When I go back and play games like Call of Duty 4 or World at War, all these games on PC, there's one thing that really intrigues me, and it makes me enjoy the game 10 times more than I typically would enjoy back in the day when the game was in its prime. Now, for console players, you guys probably can't relate with me too much because your game and your lobbies and stuff like that don't really extend to this many players. But on PC, when you go ahead and you join lobbies, usually if you play a game with a server browser and people can, custom make their own lobbies, you can play lobbies with 20, 30, 40 plus players in each game on maps that were specifically made for 6v6. And when I get into these experiences, I'm not going to lie, I have a blast. Honestly, this is probably the most fun I've ever had when it comes to a Call of Duty game. And this is what I wanted when I first initially thought of Ground War. Now, I did make a commentary about this a little while ago, talking about Ground War and how I would prefer this to be Ground War. But I'm going to state it again just a little bit. It's not going to be the whole commentary, because once again, I don't want to repeat myself too much. But it's a lot of new people who haven't heard this, whole idea from me and stuff like that. But I always wanted Ground War to turn out like a 40-player 6v6 map and all this other nonsense, like you see in these gameplays that I show you on this channel when I go back and play COD 4 and World at War and stuff like that. That's what I initially wanted Ground War to be, instead of a complete copy and paste from Battlefield. I mean, let's be honest here. Even though Battlefield plays much better when it comes to a Ground War format, let's be honest, Infinity Ward completely copied and pasted the whole Conquest format when it comes to Ground War, straight from Conquest from Battlefield. 110%. The map layout, the flag layout, the spawns, the squad spawns, everything about it is basically Battlefield. And once again, it makes the game less creative. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of making a very good Call of Duty game is branching out and making it Call of Duty. That's what makes Call of Duty so good. That's what makes Call of Duty stand out from the rest of these video games, is that Call of Duty is Call of Duty. And the best part about these game modes and these old school Call of Duty games on PC is that it's fun. It is genuinely fun. And the reason that these game modes stay like this, the reason that you can still play 40 plus players, is because the admins and the people who host these servers know that it's fun. They know it's fun. They know that we're enjoying it, and they're not going to remove it. They're not going to change it. They don't want to ruin our experience. They want us to enjoy the video game. It's very sad that the admins, people who don't even design these video games, just random people who go ahead and purchase servers for these old school Call of Duty games, know how to have fun more than the actual developers of these video games. Because let's be honest here, Infinity Ward would never let this slip past in their video games. They would never allow you to have 40 players playing on Gunrunner. They would never allow you to have 40 players playing on Rust, or 40 players playing on Shoot House. They would never allow it. Let me tell you something, it will be absolutely chaotic. It won't be a camp fest, I'll tell you that, but it won't be a complete sauce fest either. It's going to be very complicated. It's going to be kind of annoying for a lot of players, especially if you're not very skilled with the video game. It might take you some time to understand how to play with 40 players on small maps, but nothing is more insane, nothing is more hectic, or just awesome than playing on a 6v6 styled map, a map that was specifically designed for 6v6 with 40 players on it. It's just the ultimate type of Call of Duty experience, but Infinity Ward would never go for that. They just don't enjoy having fun. Their whole mindset with this video game this year was to make it not fun. They were trying to make it a very serious, hardcore, realistic video game. That's their only point that they wanted to put across when it came to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And to be completely honest with you guys, that's what truly ruined the experience for me. All the fun maps in this game didn't come until like months later after the game released. All the fun game modes completely get removed from the game, added back in, removed, added back in, removed. You can never have a consistent fun game mode. Skill-based matchmaking in this game, let's not even get into that, man. Skill-based matchmaking in this game is so dang thick, and that is honestly the biggest downfall of this game. But all these things just prove a factor that Infinity Ward is not looking for this game to be fun. I don't know what their whole mindset is for Modern Warfare. I think it's just for the realistic experience, to put yourself into the zone like you're actually in battle, which is understandable in a game's aspect. You know, it's multiple other games out there, though, that could do that. At the end of the day, this is COD, and I want to see Call of Duty have fun things to do, but Infinity Ward just can't keep that straight. Like I just said, game modes. Why do you have to constantly keep removing the best possible game modes in your game? There's so many different game modes that people have said openly. Tons of YouTubers with massive numbers. Tons of Twitch streamers with great numbers as well. And the community themselves. You could just go on Twitter and scroll through the Call of Duty community and just see multiple people discussing this as well. But it's tons of game modes that the community and all these other players love dearly. completely love, and they think it makes Call of Duty Modern Warfare such a good game. And you'd think that Infinity Ward, knowing that it's a massive amount of players who do not enjoy this game, knowing that it's a lot of people who think it's just an utter campfest, would want to keep these game modes in the game so that everybody can have their own experience. The people who enjoy camping can go play the traditional, Call of Duty Modern Warfare experience, and the people who want something a little bit better, the people who are complaining about the camping or the map design or all these other things, the footsteps and all that stuff, can go and play the other game modes that they can tolerate. They can tolerate just a little bit better. But Infinity Ward isn't doing that. They continuously remove these game modes over and over and over again. Like every single week, they rotate them out. The main job of a game developer is to make sure that your fan base enjoys your video game. Screw your vision. Screw it. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm not trying to be mean to these developers. I understand that they're very passionate about these video games. They love what they craft together. Just like anybody else. Just like content creators like myself. I'm very passionate about these videos I put out for you guys. I put a lot of time, hard work into the clips and into the commentary to make sure everything is clean, crisp, and perfect for you guys so you have the most enjoyable experience while watching my content. I understand where these developers are coming from. Passion is definitely a huge key factor to making sure anything, whether it's a video game, music, art, or even content creation, turns out good. But at the end of the day, if the people do not like what you put out, it is your job to fix it. If you guys didn't like what I put out, I would change it. As simple as that. Let's say Call of Duty's stupid now. You guys hate Call of Duty like Battlefield. I'd play Battlefield. Let's say you hate Call of Duty and Battlefield. Like you guys like Rainbow Six Siege. I'd play Rainbow Six Siege. I would do anything to make sure you guys are entertained. That's the job that I have. That's what I signed up for. And even though I love Call of Duty deep down to my heart, if out of nowhere, in the blink of an eye, which is I highly doubt it, because like I said, since I love Call of Duty so much and I'm so passionate about it, a lot of the people who watch my content are very passionate about Call of Duty as well. You guys love it just as much as me. So I'm not saying that the content has changed or anything. It's going to still strictly stay with Call of Duty and sometimes branch off here and there, but mostly Call of Duty. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you guys didn't like it, I would have to change. That's just the job. That's what we signed up for. Same thing goes for the developers. We hate what they did in certain aspects. The footsteps are too loud. They said screw you. The map designs are trash. They said screw you. Skill-based matchmaking, way too thick. They said screw you. Everything that we enjoy. The game modes. We say we like these. We like them. Don't remove them. Keep them in. Shipment 24/7. Shoot house 24/7. Don't remove it, please. Please, that's what we enjoy. And they remove it. You see what I'm saying here? These developers are ridiculous this year. They are so incompetent that they don't want us, the community, to have a fun experience. They only want to fulfill their own vision of this video game. And I always use this game as an example because it's the perfect example. World at War, the exact game that you're watching right here. And for anybody who hasn't picked this up, if you do own a PC, I highly recommend going ahead and getting World at War. There are 2 very populated servers. I think they're listed under PDG, like Fast XP lobbies or something like that. All you have to do is go to the server browser, search it under, most players to least players, and it should be right up top. You'll see 2 servers. One's for West Coast people, the other one's for East Coast people. So it's best connections for both style of players. But at the end of the day, definitely get World at War. It's an outstanding game. But the point I'm trying to make is that this game is fun. I could sit here and play World at War for hours on end. I could play for 2-3 hours without getting even the slightest bit bored. I do it all the time. I stream it 24/7. If you haven't checked out my streams are over on twitch.tv, and you can check me out at JbowenDaMan. I have the link to all that stuff down in the description of this video. But I live stream this game all the time. And the thing is that this game has no content. Barely any weapons. No camos whatsoever. Barely any attachments. Like maybe 2-3 attachments per each gun. There's nothing in here. There's nothing. No calling cards. I don't even think it's an emblem. I don't think there's anything for this video game that you could really grind for. But it's fun. And since it's fun, I can play it. That's what it comes down to. Modern Warfare is a video game that they focused way too much on content to keep people distracted, to keep them entertained, which is working. It's working a lot. People are spending millions of dollars on microtransactions. It's still millions of players playing Warzone, millions of players playing the game in general. It's popular. People are playing it all the time. So it's definitely working, but it's at the cost of fun. It's at the cost of fun. I just wish these developers would loosen up. Like, what's wrong with putting in a limited time game mode of 40 players on a 6v6 map? What's wrong with that? You could do that in 2 seconds. They already have 10 versus 10 in 6v6 maps. All you have to do is just add 20 more players into that lobby. 20 more players. That's it. That's all you have to do. Make it a limited time game mode, only last 1 weekend, so you don't have to worry about any of your other crappy game modes being, having players taken away from those, and just make it a limited time mode. It wouldn't hurt them at all, but because they don't care about fun and they only care about their own agenda, their own vision, their own mindset of this video game, they don't care about the rest of the people. They only care about what they think about the game. We're never going to see something fun like that. Ever. It's absolutely horrible, guys. This game this year has just been an absolute joke, and every single year I always say it can't get worse, but it always gets worse. Always gets worse. But I highly doubt that Treyarch is going to let us down with Call of Duty 2020. I really do think that they're going to come in with a banger. I really do think that they're going to come in swinging hard as hell with this game, and I have a lot of hope that things will turn out well. But guys, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Once again, thank you for all the support. I mean, we've gained like over 100 subs in one day. I think the next day we've almost gained 50 plus to 60 plus more subs. That one video has like 12,000 views already, I think. It's just absolutely insane support that we've been getting on this channel. Thank you all so much, seriously, for enjoying the commentaries, enjoying the content. It just makes it 10 times more fun for me to sit down here and talk to you guys. It's always a blast for me. Like I said, I've been doing YouTube for so long, and it's just been something that I could do for fun for ages. And I will continue to do for fun for as long as I live, to be honest with you guys. As long as I enjoy gaming, it's going to be content on this channel. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video as always. If you enjoyed it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And by all means, if you hated it, if you didn't agree with anything I said, make sure you leave a dislike. Your opinions are always valid on this channel. And also, if you do want to chat with me or see anything that I'm talking about, you can follow me over on Twitter. That's at JbowenDaMan. And also, if you do want to catch some of my live streams, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I try to live stream tons of old school video games between Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty World at War, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2. I might go ahead and purchase Modern Warfare 3 again just for the shits and giggles of it. But it's a lot of old school games that I live stream over on my Twitch channel, and that is JbowenDaMan. I try to stream every night. It's not really a set schedule just yet, but usually it's every single night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, and usually I always get a stream up around then, and we always have a blast. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.